Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Hannah. I love beauty and makeup, and today's look is actually a tutorial on how you can accomplish this look using the Tarte Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust palette. It looks like this. I review it and I also show you how you can achieve this look on the eyes and also on the face as well. I think that this is a beautiful palette. It's $39. I gotta say, I have been eyeing this for over a month and I finally did get it because I had a gift card. I just wanted to make sure that I really wanted it because, like I said, it is $39, so it's not super cheap, but I just wanted to make sure that I spent it on something that I really wanted, and I'm very pleased with that purchase. I got it about a week and a half ago, and I was going to try to not use it so my swatches and stuff can be my initial thoughts, but I gotta say, I've been eyeing this for over a month and I love makeup and I love the colors. These are the colors. Yeah, there's no way that I could wait to use this. But also I was able to play around with it a little bit and I really like the look that I achieved with this as well. If you like videos like this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I love doing makeup tutorials and I don't want to make the intro super long, so let's go ahead and get into the look. The first thing I want to talk about is the way that Tarte does their packaging. I really appreciate it. 10 out of 10. It's beautiful, and then whenever you open it up, it looks like this. It has a really good mirror, and then the shades look like this. Another thing that I wanted to mention is I like that the palette opens up all the way, because not all palettes or compacts do that and it irritates me. It might just be a personal thing, but I really like that the palette does this. You get 11 shades. It is advertised as a eye and face palette, I believe, which I am going to get into that in the look after I do the swatches and stuff like that, but I just kind of wanted to give an overview of the palette as well. But especially this center shade will be a really good cheek highlight, but it's also really good as an eyeshadow as well. And one thing that I'm kind of wanting to try is if I can use this shade as a bronzer. I do have bronzers that I like, but I'm just trying to review the palette to the best that I can and see the versatility to try to tell you guys if it's worth it. What really sucked me into buying this palette is this top shade right here, which is called Mystical. I'm gonna swatch that one first because this is what really sold me on this. I'm not sure how much you're gonna be able to tell, but it's actually, I think you can tell on this finger swatch. Anyway, but it's actually a very deep, rich pink, but then whenever you turn it, it's actually like an orange. I think you can kind of tell, and then I'll swatch it on my hand. And this is such a beautiful shade. I am going to be using this in today's look because it's what sucked me in for getting this, especially at the end. You can kind of see the more orange flecks, but based on, you know, where the light catches it or something like that, it's like orange, and it's a very interesting shade. I definitely didn't have any eyeshadow like this, but this is Wish, and then this is Gossamer. Like I said, you can't really see it, but it is a good, actually a highlight. I've used it underneath my brow bone. It's a really good shade for that. One thing that I did want to mention is I was kind of skeptical to getting it because the matte shades to me did not swatch very well, and I will get into that whenever I get into the look as well. I've been playing around with it for a few days, and to me, I don't think that the matte shades blend as well as other eyeshadows as I wish that they could, but I really like the shimmer shades in the palette, so to me it's still worth it. But that is just something that I wanted to point out and kind of let you know. I'm not sure if I mean, it still does look like a plum. It didn't swatch horribly, but that's just something that I kind of wanted to mention. So the next 4 swatches that I have to show you, this first one is Frolic. It's a very light brown. It's a really good transition shade if you're my skin tone, or a little bit deeper as well. And then this is the shade Twinkle. It's kind of a gold, light gold color. Do you just see how beautiful these shimmer shades are right here? This is what sold me on this palette, because especially that top one, the first one that I swatched, but also the other shimmer shades are very beautiful. I really like this pink that's next to it. The name of that is Flitter. It's a very pretty shimmery pink, but still wearable, I think. And then the other deep matte shade that is good for an outer crease is this brownish shade, is Wonder. It is similar to the plum, but there is still a difference. This is definitely more brown, and then the other one is a deeper plum color. And then these are the last 4 swatches. Another thing that I just kind of remember that I wanted to point out with the glitter shades that I love so much, they're very creamy, buttery, very easy to play with. Like, they're just beautiful, beautiful swatches. So these last 2 on my hand right here are the ones that I want to mix that make a really pretty blush shade, I think. The first one, this color is Whimsical. So this color is Whimsical, and then the one next to it, which is like a lighter dusty rose color, is Giggle. These are also very beautiful matte shades. And then this one, you guys, this is the name of this one is Magic, and it is such a, like, do you see how pretty, like what a beautiful bronze shade that is? It's so pretty. I think I love it. I also love this for wearing all over the lid. My goal, I'd like to do, actually I'm going to do one eyeshadow look after reviewing this, and then I also want to do another video on a different eyeshadow look, because it does have very like similar colors as you can see, but you can get different looks with it, and I kind of wanted to show that as well because I really love this palette and I'm very excited that I got it. And then the last shade right here is this gorgeous highlight. It's really good for inner corner highlight, also just cheekbone highlight, under brow highlight. It is pretty shimmery for that, but if that's what you're going for, it's really pretty for that as well. So as I mentioned earlier, you do get 11 shades. I just wanted to point out that 6 of those are matte and then 5 of them are shimmery. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Primer, the only one that I use. 2 good transition shades I believe in this palette are this one right here, Frolic, and then this one, Whimsical. I believe I'm going to go with Whimsical as my transition shade today, but as I mentioned, if you just want like a brown transition shade, Frolic is a really good one for that. So I'm just going to use this shader brush that I've used before and get some on the brush, tap off the excess, and then just put this on my transition area on my lid. Also, I need to get my brows done, so try not to focus too much on that, how bad they look. I apologize. And then we are going to go all over the lid with this shade right here, Mystical, probably my favorite shade from this palette. It's so, so pretty. And to make it even like stand out and pop more, we're going to use the All Nighter setting spray to wet the brush. I'm going to be using the Sigma Large Shader E60 brush, and then just really like pack this on the brush like that. Oh, this is so pretty. Like, you know, a lot of eyeshadow shades can be very similar. Not this one, it's very unique, I think. And I can't remember if I said or not, but I don't think I did. But I'm just going all over the lid with that shade. Really packing it on the brush again, and then doing the other eye. As you can tell, this is not going to be a subtle eye look, but it is very pretty, and I think it's still wearable. I mean, I still wear this out, but even if you don't recreate this, hopefully you can enjoy watching it, because I love watching makeup tutorials, even if I don't plan on doing them personally. And then on the outer corner, I'm going to go in with the plum one, which is the name of that one is Wish. It's right here. But you could do Wonder, which is the brown one as well. And I'm just going to stick with this being on the outer corner. I don't want to bring it too far up. Like kind of almost more stamp it on. Oh, and I am using the Sigma E34 brush to do that. And if you kind of make it a little sloppy, as you can tell, mine is a little bit, don't worry, because we are going to blend that out. Before we go on, I want to go ahead and blend this. I'm using the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush for that. I kind of lost some of that transition shade, so I'm gonna put some more whimsical and just kind of put it above in that area so I can kind of see that, because that mystical shade is very overpowering. Well, not overpowering, kind of makes it seem like it's bad. I love this shade, but I want to make sure that the transition shade still shows up as well. Normally I use the E56 brush for the outer corner, but today I'm going to use that for the inner corner because it's the smallest, best brush that I have for this. I have spoke about this before because I did a Sigma brush review, but I really, really like this brush. But anyway, I'm going to use this center highlight color on my inner corner, and just, yeah, this is good for the inner corner as well because it's a very precise brush. I love this color. And then I'm going to use my smaller blending brush, which is the E45, to kind of blend those two colors together. Then for highlight, I'm just going to use this shade Gossamer right here, which is a matte shade, very close to my skin tone as I mentioned earlier. I'm just going to use my finger to apply that. One thing I totally forgot to talk about at all, and it's just been sitting over here the entire time, is this little package that I got. And if you spent $39, you got this little freebie gift thing. So now I'm going to show you everything that's inside. It's packed very nicely with this Tarte paper, Tarte tissue paper. But one thing that I did want to mention out is that they say that this is a $29 value, and other than the mascara, but the mascara isn't worth $29 because this is a travel size one. I don't really think it's worth $29. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to, you know, cast shade, maybe just a little bit. But you get this man-eater, mascara, you get a little baby eyeliner, and then you get some samples of the Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape concealer, and then the two different formulas of the Shape Tape foundation. And why I don't think this is worth $29 is because these are really small samples. Like, you can't even cover your whole face with this. The concealer you can actually use under the eye, so I feel like this is a good representation of the concealer, and they do have different shades, so that's nice. But this is just like a free sample, like definitely not worth $29. Okay, so I am going to go in with mascara because I think with this eyeshadow look, it looks a little crazy without mascara. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes. And surprise, surprise, I am actually not going to use my It Cosmetics Superhero mascara because I do have other mascaras, but I feel like I might have recommended that one enough. I still highly recommend it. I can't really go a video or many videos without mentioning it. I highly recommend that mascara, but I'm actually going to use my L'Oreal Lash Paradise Voluminous mascara. I did mention that I didn't like it as much, but as I also mentioned, it's not a bad mascara, and I kind of do want to show that. I just like my It Cosmetics one better because I think it's easier, a little bit easier to work with, and you can get your eyelashes to look a little bit bigger. But this one is a lot cheaper for sure, so it's definitely worth, I think it's $9 around that, so it's definitely worth that because the It Cosmetics Superhero one is $24, which is not cheap, but it is a great mascara. So now that I have mascara on, I kind of want to do an up close of the eyeshadow that you can see. Now I want to do the rest of my face makeup. So I do kind of want to try and see if Frolic will, this shade right here, if Frolic will be a good contour shade. If not, I have my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer to come to the rescue if that does not work. Also, since it is an eyeshadow size, and I'm going to be using this F23 Sigma brush, it might be a little challenging, but we're gonna see what it looks like. Definitely lighter than what I normally contour with, but I wouldn't say it's a bad contour. I definitely would say that you could use this to contour or bronze your face. And then I'm going to go in with these two shades right here and kind of just mix those with this blush brush for my blush. Mix them the best I can, tap off the excess. Also, this palette is a little bit scented. It smells kind of chocolatey to me. So that's always a plus, right? And then for highlight, you could use this shade right here, Whimsical, but I don't really want that gold highlight, especially not with today's look, so I'm just gonna use this center highlight shade right here on this fan brush. That's, oh man, ooh, that's the name of it. So, like that, just kind of get it on there, top off the excess, and then where I want to highlight. And then I'm gonna set my face with the Urban Decay not 24/7, the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, which is a great setting spray. Just a reminder, on September 22nd, this is on sale for $16. Great deal because it's normally $32. And that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is kind of a summary. I really, really like this eyeshadow. I think that this is a very wearable, versatile palette because, as you can tell, you can also use it on the face, which I really enjoy. Tarte is a great brand. I hope you guys enjoyed today's look, and I will see you in my next video.